Nah, what's up, y'all? Y'all know what happened last week. I ain't even gotta explain it. Y'all know what it was. Um, but we got an amazing podcast for y'all today. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna talk about the Kevin Hart roast. We're gonna talk about Doctor, I guess. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna talk about Chris Brown's album. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna put all of this together, and it's gonna make sense to most people, but not all. But we're gonna have a good time doing it. And as always, take care of yourself and others. Let's get it started.
Hey.
Hello, hello. I'm gonna have to fade out the camera real quick. My son's coming down the steps.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. This is the Ish We Talk. I am Lindsay. That was Lily. And we are here to cover some of this last couple of weeks hot topics, things that's been going on lately that we have gotten a chance to see and want to discuss. A lot of things have been going on that's wild, So we are going to discuss them today. Um, First thing that we want to go ahead and discuss is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So I was first introduced to Dr. Cheyenne with Basketball Wives. She was on a season of Basketball Wives as a friend. Only she kind of rubbed people the wrong way on there. But after that, we started seeing her on, several shows and some of these podcasts and whatnot. And they have gone pretty viral with certain things that she has said. Um, she makes a lot of sense with some of the things that she says, but it's like pretty much common sense. It's not nothing that I would think that you would need a bunch of degrees for. But nonetheless, we have been calling her doctor, and she has put out a couple of books. So right now, she's promoting a book, and it's been some fodder on the internet about her and her degrees.
Some what?
If she some fodder,
Some fodder. Like I
some
heard that,
fodder.
and I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a word that most people and that's listening to us has never heard before.
probably not. But little chatter around the water cooler on if Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is really a doctor. So, yeah, she's on a press run right now because she's promoting this book, and she has been questioned because people can't find her information online. So she has answered with non-answers and with attitude and whatnot. She basically says that she went to a school that was an online school in regards to her doctorate. This online school was named Argosy. And she tried to get her transcripts because she wanted to apply for a particular job and wasn't able to do that. She did a little digging, found out that Argosy is no longer in business. Then there was another company that took over obtaining the transcripts. And when she contacted that company said they only held on to them for 2 years. So now she said that she tried to contact a whole bunch of people. She even tried to contact financial aid. When she talked to financial aid, they told her that she can be reimbursed, but if she's reimbursed, then her doctorate will be taken away from her. So she's kind of up in a limbo right now. So right now, she supposedly has this doctorate degree, but there's no proof of it. And like if it's an online school, I can kind of get you not going to the graduation. So there wouldn't be no pictures of you in the cap and gown or anything like that. I kind of get that.
That's true.
Unless you still owe the school, you should have the actual degree. The document, I don't understand why that part of the story hasn't come up on why you don't have the physical degree. But she's never said anything about where the physical degree is or anything like that. And another thing, I just don't buy that you can't get your transcript. Like, and then on top of that, you know, when you get your doctorate, there's a dissertation that you do in order to get it. From my understanding, that's supposed to be public.
Yep.
You're supposed to be able to view it online. So where does it go to where now it's no longer? And you know, I just found that out not too long ago because of the Dr. Umar thing. Because a lot of people were saying that Dr. Umar wasn't really a doctor, but what it was with him, the reason why people couldn't find it easily was because it was under a different name. So, but he is in fact a doctor.
He is.
He is in fact a doctor. But it's still up in the air. Now people are starting to question if she even has her master's. So, and I think she got that one from another online college as well. But yeah, this has turned into a firestorm to the point where some people who have bought the book have requested from the publisher a refund, and they are granting them.
Yeah.
So I don't know where this goes, where she can go from here as far as this, unless she comes up with the actual degree or with her transcript. But yeah, it's looking very fishy. It's looking very, very fishy. And it's just like conveniently the school is out of business. Conveniently, the place that held onto the transcripts only holds onto them for 2 years. Conveniently, financial aid can't do nothing about it. Like all these turns of events don't make sense because schools go in and out of business every day, B. Like there should be some things in order for situations like this because people get jobs every day, B, and people get jobs on the strength of their degree, and they have to be verified. So, what are your thoughts?
So my thoughts about this is first, what's up, Zoe?
Hey, Zoe.
Happy that you joined because I just want to get the disrespect out the way for Dr. Bryant. We have to stop doing that. We always want to find something wrong with our black leaders and our black entrepreneurs and our black just seekers. You know,
Yeah.
I will say this, you know, I went to I went to Argos Casino with her. I went to the class of, you know, how to tell when you bullshitting. Um And I've seen her there a couple of times, learning how to bullshit. So I understand.
Was she learning on the crap table or on the roulette?
You know, it was right in class. We were out there. We were learning the dynamics of how to, like, you know, mentally break down people in spades and dominoes. Like, I seen that, and so I don't want to discredit her for what she did, because, you know, this is 100% one of those things. She went to school for psychology. I went to school for, hey man, sometimes you be bullshitting to get around. And we both we shared classes, we shared lunch together. We did a lot. I don't want people to discredit her for being at a school that doesn't fucking matter or exist. Listen, Argosy Casino is real. Argosy Institute, that could be real, and it could have defunct. But what I'm saying in a whole nutshell is, if she had completed anything that she said she completed, she could still find those things, even transcripts. I actually know a person that went to Heritage. In this town, everybody know what Heritage is.
Yeah.
They can still find their transcripts. They can still pull it up. It takes a while. I ain't even gonna lie, because it's a defunct school. So they have to do their due diligence, but they can actually find a transcripts in order to still be represented the job that they have. I literally had somebody that had to do that before. So I know it can be done. What we have to understand is two things can be true. One truth. Cheyenne Bryant is good at what she does. She knows how to call you out on your BS. She knows how to address what you probably should do in order to lead yourself into success, if you're failing at certain things, especially when it comes to relationships. She knows how to do that. I don't know if it's from experience or it's because she's watched a lot of things. But another thing can be true is she's full of fucking shit. And let's just be 100 with everybody that we talking to. Let's not let the world fall under the bullshit in the core of, she can't be full of shit. This bitch is full of shit. I'm not being that kind, and I don't want to downplay her because she's good at what she does. But what I will say is, I got to go off of her own words. You were telling everybody that you did live sessions with individuals. Did any of these people know that they were having a session with you? And because of HIPAA laws, because I'm deeply involved in HIPAA. In HIPAA laws, none of that was supposed to happen. You were never supposed to have a session where it is live. So that would further let me know that what you're saying is false. You could be giving them guidance, because anybody can be a counselor. Anybody can be a coach. Anybody can be a grievance manager. These are things you can make up 100%. But when you say things like, I did these things live, HIPAA laws tell you that you cannot. So you can have a doctorate, in my opinion. I'm not law, but then the law says it. But, you know, whatever. HIPAA law says you cannot have sessions that are live, because it's a whole patient to doctor privacy. So if they decided to do it online, that's not a session. That's just a fucking pep talk. So if you're gonna be a pep talk artist, just say that.
Yeah, but saying that won't get her the deals, that she got for the books, won't get her on podcasts or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, so he has a few comments. She says, I came at the right time. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant dug her own grave when she started to explain herself. Laugh my ass off. What I'll say about Black folks is we are crabs in a barrel. As soon as we saw a kink in that chain of hers, we pounced and didn't let go. We started digging to find an error. Some say that when she started turning the tables and holding the Black women accountable is when people started to question her credibility. Laugh my ass off. Are Black women the problem? Laugh my ass off.
I would say
Since
this. Like,
hold on,
I'm sorry.
since the cat is out of the bag, the message ain't hitting the same. Then she also says, I hear her book is being pulled now as well. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily being pulled. It is they are offering refunds. They are offering refunds. Um, so yeah, I kind of go back and forth in regards to the whole pulling, like trying to find something on somebody, because yes, it does seem like whenever we do have somebody in the forefront, it's always one of us that's trying to find something negative about them. But in the same breath, if there wasn't any question about what you're doing, there wouldn't be anything to find. You know what I'm saying? So like if if her doctorate was readily accessible, they would have researched it and found it and moved on. You know what I'm saying? Like if everything was on the up and up, it wouldn't have been anything to find. But why are you even looking in the first place? So it's like, because they don't really do that. They do it, but they don't to other people. Um, Case in point, Dr. Phil.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just
Yeah.
about to say Dr. Phil.
Yeah. So but the difference with Dr. Phil is that he at one point did have a license.
Mm-hmm.
And he let his license lapse once he got on TV. He was on TV
Yep.
for like a couple seasons and then he let the license lapse. Um, the problem is that he's doing this fast therapy as entertainment. And if you see the documentary that they put out about Dr. Phil, the shit that they was doing to them people was ridiculous. It was horrible. It was insane. And they're just the worst people on earth. But in the same breath, they're in it to make a show. And it was a very successful show that ran for a lot of seasons. But the way that it was presented to us was that he was a licensed therapist and he was giving tough talk and he was helping people through and stuff like that. And at one point that was true. But then when it turned to something else, it's not like we were told, you know. And that's the part that sucks about that. Because it's not like he made a major announcement and was just like, I'm going full throttle with the TV show. I don't need my license to do the TV show, so I'm not going to do it. Like, he wasn't saying anything like that to us. Like, it had to be uncovered.
Yeah.
And then it didn't really matter. Once it was uncovered, it didn't matter.
It mattered, though.
Yeah. But with us, it matters so much so that she's about to lose her livelihood behind this. You know what I'm saying?
So the reason why she's about to lose her livelihood behind this is one thing that we will talk about Dr. Phil on this is one thing that we can say in all honesty is Dr. Phil branded Dr. Phil. That's a brand now. That's not a license. So and I'm not, and when I say this, and I mean this with the utmost respect to anybody, that has been in and doing any type of thing. But Dr. Phil branded Dr. Phil. He branded it, so that's a brand now. And now there's no more counseling. It's all a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Cheyenne did not do that.
No.
So I because I implore, and I don't know if I'm saying the word right, but I implore all Black people to understand, when you are trying to play the game that the white man is playing, you got to dot your I's and cross your fucking T's.
Yeah.
You did not do that, and therefore that shit gets pushed in the back burner because you fucked up, because you didn't tell them people that you don't have these right credentials yet.
Yeah.
Because these people are conglomerates. These people roll up. They know how to work with you. With Dr. Field, they knew how to work with him. Oh, you got this. It's you don't want to renew it. Nah, I don't want to go through all that. Okay, bet we're just gonna brand Dr. Field, but we're not gonna do any more analysis. We're just gonna have you be on this motherfucker and be that kind. Because now Dr. Field's a brand, so you can just say whatever. Hey, if we remember, Dr. Field went from actually analyzing things to saying shit like, the berry on the fruit can't be too far from the tree when it falls off the leaf. And everybody ate that shit up like it was real talk and it was some bullshit. But I can say that because now legally, I'm not giving you any more counseling. I'm just telling you my opinion.
Yeah.
She's trying to play the same game, but she's not playing by the same rules.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you have to look at. Like, I'm not saying Cheyenne Bryant ain't good at what she does. What I will say is you have no right to say you're a doctor.
Yeah.
Because you don't, we can talk all the shit about the school defunct and all that shit. You still don't even have paperwork. That's one thing I understand, because I know from even in my own household, I have somebody that has a defunct degree. Degree don't mean nothing, but you know what they have? The plaque that shows that they have it. You can't even demonstrate that.
Yeah.
Which lets me know that you're on some bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I don't understand.
Niggas gotta stop at it. Men and women, white or black, purple, whoever, you niggas need to stop acting like when that shit is in place of what the school is defunct and wop. You got your degree or your doctorate before the school was defunct. So you know what you would have had? A plaque.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't show up to graduation, they would have mailed it to you.
They would have mailed it to you. Right.
You don't even have that.
Right.
So why
and that's
are
what
we
I'm saying.
acting like this bitch is telling the truth?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, unless you owed the school, you will have that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna tell us that your stuff was in a fire and everything got burnt up. Like, I don't understand why you don't have that. And then, like, I saw this steal from a video that she did where the wall behind her was a bunch of plaques. Just like that wall behind me. It was just a bunch of plaques of all types of accomplishments and accolades. But it was just like, where's your degree? Like, I don't understand. It's not there. I don't understand. Like, where is it at? I don't get it.
Where's your degree? Because I remember you had told me the other day, we had talked, and you had said that you had your doctorate in filmology. And so but you had told me that you went to Argosy, so it was burned down. And so because I love you, because you're my cousin, I just have to believe that you have a doctorate. Excuse me, in filmology. And so I just gotta ride with that. Even though you got all that shit back there.
Yeah.
I still gotta believe that you have this, but you can't show me the proof.
Yeah. Because
Because
why
your
gotta lie?
shit burned down. Your shit burned down before you got it though.
Yeah.
But it burnt down.
Yeah.
I just gotta take your word for it.
Yeah. Straight
Okay.
like that. Mhm.
All right.
Just so we clear, So he says, could also be coming from a place of betrayal as well. We know the state of mental health of our community, and we need professionals to help us, not drifters or good talkers, no matter how good it sounds or feels to us. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. Yeah. And that's why we really can't play. But then situations like this is why people have such a distrust. So it really hinders us in the long run, you know. And the killer part about all of that, in order for her to do what she does with counseling folks and whatnot, you don't even need a doctorate for it.
Exactly.
So what are we lying for? What are we lying for? If it's a lie. If it's a lie. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Maybe what all she's saying is true and we don't know what the fuck. But as far as we know, there's a way to verify that shit. There is a way. She's never had a name change. She's never like lived outside the country or went to school outside the country. So it shouldn't be this hard. And don't get me wrong. I've had to get transcripts from schools before. So I know sometimes it's not as easy as you may perceive it to be. How and ever, it is still possible.
100% possible.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't want this for her because I mean I didn't mind her on Basketball Wives. She got on their nerves, but I didn't mind her. But um, and like I said, she do be saying some real shit. She do be saying some real shit. Me personally, for one, I wouldn't be putting my business all the way out there to get analyzed by a random. But two, I'm not going to get analyzed by nobody with no letters behind their name. It's just not going to happen, you know? And you are presenting yourself to be a doctor, but as far as we know at this point, you're a fraud. So people that think along the same line as me is pretty much debunking everything that you're saying at this point.
I mean, and I mean this with the utmost respect to everybody. Two things can be true. Um, you could be great at understanding people and understanding people's relationships and analyzing those relationships. At the same time, you could not be um, you could not be merited for what you say because you don't have the title to say it. Case in point, a crackhead could tell you how you are wrong at making money, but also be truthful with saying you're choosing the wrong way to make money. It doesn't mean that they have an economics degree. They just telling you from experience you're picking the wrong way to make money.
And I get that. And I get that. But for me, I do put a lot of weight on somebody's education because I'm not going to go to somebody down the street and ask them no question about why my elbow hurts. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to a doctor and ask them why my elbow hurts. That's somebody with some letters behind their name. So I'm not going to go to somebody and really have a thoughtful, in-depth conversation about my life and you don't have no letters behind your name. There's some shit I need to work the fuck out. And I'm not doing it with nobody with no letters behind their name. Period, point, and the blank.
And I'm not mad at you for that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you for that at all. Only thing I'm saying is two things can be true. Case in point, Dr. Sabi is one of the best renowned doctors of this time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Sabi never had a doctor. He never had a doctorate, excuse me. He never went to school to be a doctor. But in the teachings and everything that he didn't pass through different generations, Dr. Sabi is one of the best doctors that the world has ever seen, and they even document that.
Yeah, and
But
he specialized in what, holistic medicine.
Medicine. With that being said, because I don't want to, I'm not being that kind because I'm not taking up for Cheyenne Bryant. What I'm saying is, it's the research that actually matters.
Yeah.
It's the research and discoveries and the things you did that actually matters. That makes it make sense for you, Cheyenne Bryant, because I'm never gonna disrespect you, but I will say for Cheyenne Bryant, it's one of those things where when you just put in that refusal of saying things, then you are putting yourself in a box of nobody's gonna believe what you're saying anymore because you're not giving them credentials. Even Dr. Sabi said, I never went to school for any of this shit. I just did it on my own and realized, hey, this works. He beat the feds with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't beat the feds with what you're talking about.
No,
Cheyenne.
No, she can't.
You can't beat the feds with that.
Yeah. And I feel like Dr. Sabi, for one, is a unique case. And for two, he specialized in something that is normally not taught in a traditional school. So, and then on top of that, if we're going back to the example that I used, I'm not going to go to Dr. Sabi about my elbow hurting. You know what I'm saying? So like I wouldn't go with that. Now, I would probably go to Dr. Sabi if I have something internal going on and the doctors can't figure it out, or I want to try an alternative method or something like that, because he will be that specialist and he has research and documented research in regards to his specialty. So yeah, there are exceptions to what I was saying, but there's not an exception when it comes to mental health.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you're talking about mental health, you have to, and you're not necessarily manipulating, but you're, I mean, for lack of a better word, manipulating somebody's mindset on how they think in regards to one thing or another. You have to go to school and know how the mind works first.
Well, and speaking of that, because I'll piggyback off that, because it could be somebody like Cheyenne Bryant that is immediately dope at what she does. But in order to be immediately dope at what you do and say I'm gonna do it without a doctorate, you really have to know the neural pathways of what a brain does. She has not given any of that, of us, excuse me, that she has always just been on some. I'm not gonna speak on it no more. And I know this sounds crazy, but I will say the vulgarity of how she tried to explain it, makes me understand that like this is just a cash grab for her.
Yeah.
Because if you are truly, for me, even if you cuss or you say whatever, if you are truly about what you said you were about, you will give more of an educational reason instead of the vulgarity. Like, I just don't. I'm not gonna speak on it no motherfucking more. Bop, 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 bop. That just means that like that's a defensive mechanism.
Yeah,
and I know
100%.
that. And I know that just because I work in this in a type of field of behavioral health. When people talk to you like that, that's a defense mechanism. That's not necessarily telling you that they're educated in that slot. That's just a defense mechanism. Hey, when I talk to anybody about anything when it comes to mental health on certain levels, I'm never going to use vulgarity because I want to be clear. And I ask. That's one thing that I know I love about myself. I always ask, is there anything that I can clarify? Just because I want you to understand what I'm going through instead of trying to tell you everything you saying or is completely fucking wrong.
Yeah.
No, what can I clarify? And then I'm gonna give you a clarified answer without being vulgar at all.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the choice of words do throw people off. I mean, I'm the last person to be talking about somebody's choice of words. But
I mean,
I
shit,
do
you know me too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if we get to talk about certain things, I'm not gonna use no vulgarity because I want you to understand what I'm saying.
Right, right. And like in a professional atmosphere, yes. Vulgarities aren't necessarily what you want to use, you know. And especially when you're saying something that's very important. And then on top of that, like we all know that they're human, but we do look at doctors in a higher regard. So even though it's a clutch our pearls moment, I mean, in the same breath, they are human. Doctors are human. They're going to do things that you don't think that they should do, you know? But I feel like her press run is a professional environment. So why would you use those choice of words? Why would you have this attitude? Why would you take this demeanor? All that. You know what I'm saying? Because if everything was on the up and up, why are you coming out with all this? Like all of this isn't needed. People just want to know that who they're listening to is somebody that's legit. You know, instead of some bozo that just came up out of nowhere and telling us that we need to get our life together.
Exactly, because it's one thing it's one thing to talk to you. Like if I'm talking to you and on a personal level, and I tell you, hey Lindsay, right? I did the research, and going through these. I'm going through a lot of these topics, and I'm going through some of these books that I didn't realize, and we did this CAT scan, and I realized you have this, and you have this, or I think you have this, or you have this. I'm talking to you not only on a human level, but I'm talking to you with a level of patience that I want you to understand. It's a difference um, when we're having a conversation where now we become personal. Where I look at you dead in the face and be like, "Hey, check this out. What I think this is a fucking tumor."
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to this person and this person and this person to get rid of this tumor. Because what we need to do at these CAT scans, you see this CAT scan, you see that ball right there, fam. We gotta get this shit up out of there. I'm talking on some real shit. Now, when I go talk to these other people, or and it ain't got nothing to do with race or anything, but when I talk to these other people, I ain't gonna have that same conversation with them. I'm gonna say, hey, look, from my research, from what we seen and the statistics of it, this is a 30% chance that this could happen or this could happen. What we need to do is we need to strategize on how to do this. And we're gonna do that without being that kind. So, and that's the public eye. So when I start telling you shit on a public eye, I'm going to be more respectable on not only for my clients, but for the people that I'm talking to because it's professional. You can't jump down on some, I ain't gonna say this shit no motherfucking more. Then we know you lying then.
Yeah.
And I'll just break it down on some this. When you knew your uncle stole your PlayStation and you was a kid, you couldn't say nothing at all. You couldn't cuss your uncle out. But you knew your uncle was lying when he turned around and was like, fuck you think I took I would never fucking rob from you, nephew. You got me fucked up. I would never do that. But the uncle that didn't take it, he said, where the last place you had? Nephew, I ain't never took that shit from you. And I'm only talking from what I know, from experience. Uncle, nephew, I would have never took that from you. I don't know where that. Nah, where the last place you had it in my sister's basement? Man, I ain't never did that shit. The uncle that stole it was like, man, I don't even know that shit was down in the motherfucking basement. Yeah, you did. I didn't tell you it was in the basement.
Right. I just told you it's gone.
I just told you it's gone. You fucking lying, nigga.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So
and that's not every scenario, but that's maybe 90% of the scenario.
Yeah. Right. Right. So you know, in closing, I hope that you know, she comes out on top in this situation, because I don't want to see a black woman fail, you know what I'm saying? But I just want them to be legit. Like we got a lot of black women doctors out here that are legit, you know.
I'm glad you said it the way you said it was.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say it like that.
Yeah. So that's the Cheyenne Bryant debacle.
I wanted to fail.
Well,
I wanted to fail because that makes her be better. I wanted to fail. I wanted to completely fall off on that level.
It's kind of happening, right?
So she can just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because telling the truth, you're gonna make more money.
Yeah, you know, when she just was like, I'm not showing nobody, I ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody but God and all this kind of stuff. It was just like, okay, but when it comes down to your publisher and they're refunding folks because they feel like they have bought this book under false pretenses, it's kind of like, yeah, you may need to show them publishers too, because now it's affecting your money. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor. So anyway,
go ahead and fall the fuck off. Like right. You're not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it.
Oh Lord.
And I know you're not gonna say it. You're not gonna say it, and the reason why I know you're not gonna say it is because, I mean, yeah, black women have to stick with each other. Black people in general have to stick with each other. But you know, I've always been on that. Call these monsters out for what they need to be called for.
Yeah.
Bitch, fall out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bitch, fall out. You know what I'm saying? Like, fall out and then come back. Like, because you always have a way to come back. That's one thing about black people that I respect, but I don't respect. Because sometimes we just allow too many people in.
Yeah, we're too forgiving.
Yeah. Like, yeah, go ahead and fall off and then come back. And because you, again, like I said before, you have been right on a lot of things. So continue to do that. Stay on that level. Like, my thing is, you did all these doctorates, you did all this, you're saying you were so educated. So what? You know who was making more headlines than you? Kevin Samuels. That nigga didn't have not a doctorate and nothing, but you know what he did? He made a lot of men and a lot of women understand that they was on some bullshit. You can talk whatever you want to take. You can say whatever you want to say about Kevin Samuels, but he made a lot of people change their opinion about how they felt about the man or the women on their race.
Yeah.
So, like, just come back.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, like I said, that's Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So, next up is a person that I just found out about probably like a week or two ago, and that is Chud The Builder. So, Chud The Builder is a streamer who has gotten very popular for being an antagonist. And basically what his shtick is, he goes up to mainly black people and he says some racist shit to them, to try to get them to fight him. Um, Majority of the time that he does this, the people that he does this with don't take the bait, thank goodness. The couple videos that I've seen of him, saying stuff to white folks will go back and forth with him about how stupid and racist he looks. So there was a particular instance recently where he was in an establishment causing ruckus. It was a restaurant, and he was getting kicked out of the restaurant. Well, he had a over $300 bill, and he skipped out on the bill. So of course, when you skip out on the bill, the people come for you, and the people did come for him, and he got arrested for it, and he went to court. So after court, he got on his bullshit outside of the courthouse, and he ended up getting into it with a black person, and he had his gun on him. And so what he did while he getting into it with this black person, he ends up shooting the black person a couple of times and also grazes himself. So the guy that he shot had to be airlifted to Vanderbilt Hospital, I believe. And he, like I said, was only grazed. Chud was only grazed. So, yeah. But he got arrested. And so they are charging him with several things. One of them is attempted murder, because this is what he does, he tries to make people give him a reason to shoot. So he had a bail hearing the other day, and his bail was set for over $1 million. The guy that he shot is in stable condition, and he's expected to make a full recovery. But yeah, this is pretty much what's going on. A lot of people, because apparently he's very popular. A lot of people have been discussing it. He also has, okay, so it's not technically a GoFundMe. It's on another website. And that's because, GoFundMe has a lot of provisions. And one of the things is that they will not allow you to raise funds for a racist, for a Karen, or anything of the sort. Of course, they put it in legal terms. However, there's another site that these despicable people raise money for. They have raised over $250,000 for Chud the Builder on that site. However, the guy that he shot, they do have an actual GoFundMe for him. And last I heard, it was only about 75,000. So, which, that plays up to another narrative. Being racist is profitable right now in America. But just hope that the guy gets the book thrown at him, and that the victim makes a full recovery. Prayers to the victim. Hail to Chud the Builder. What are your thoughts, Lily?
Hell to my thoughts. Yeah. And I meant that with the utmost respect and disrespect to everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry. Chud the Builder is a fairy. It is what it is. He's a fairy. And when I say he's a fairy, I'm not saying that on no extra or trying to demolish his name. Like, no. His first interactions with the internet, he was a god dang on fairy. Fairy. You wear wings, you got a tank top, you got glitter on your face. You're a fairy. And you realize that wasn't working. And then you became a racist. Before that whole thing outlasts, and I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna piggyback off what Chud the Builder does. You listen to the internet and you build your own situation, or you build your own narrative about people. Before you became Chud the Builder, you was a man that got pegged. You were a fairy that got pegged. I'll say it again because I want everybody to understand, because I just want to ruin you. And it's no other way to say this. I just really want to ruin you. Because that wouldn't fly in my city. But I just want to ruin you. You got pegged, my guy. And the person that used to peg you actually went online because you actually posted on her shit and said, "Oh, this is a person who used to smash," and she just went out and told the truth. She used to peg you several times.
At whose request?
At your request. That's what you wanted. That's why people gotta watch what they say. Because she was quite honest. She told the truth. She said, "Yeah, we used to smash." He wanted to get pegged. And you check her Instagram, she is she said, "Hey, you can check it out. My Instagram is beautiful with a big dick." Like, and you went for it. Now and it's beautiful chick with a big dick. I think that's what it is, but I'm not for sure. But I'll go back and I'll revise this to make sure.
Is it a trans woman or is it?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a woman.
It's a woman
that and she talks about it. She talks about how, her and her girlfriend was having relationships with Chud the Builder, but she was pegging. She said, her what she say? She said her pussy is lesbian, but her strap is bisexual. You look it up. Because you chose to do that, Chud. Now, you chose to put her out there, and so she put you out there.
So Society Breakdown 7 says, "What the fuck did I just click into?" LOL.
Real shit. Because I'm about to break some shit down to everybody.
Yeah.
This is a guy who was a fairy that used to get pegged. That turned out to be a racist. And it makes so much sense to me. Because I've said this plenty of times to multiple people. I might have said this on the podcast, but if I didn't say it on the podcast, I will say it right now. Most of the aggressively racist individuals are closeted gay men. Because they want to beat you so bad and they want you inside of them so bad that they have to fight against you. And I've said this before to multiple people because I don't understand that. Like, I don't have a problem with people. But if you ever see me always having a problem, like it's one thing you always gonna see me having a problem with. A snitch. If you are actually in the trenches with niggas, like if you're actually selling dope or you actually like kidnapping or whatever the hell y'all do, If you decide to like tell on people that's doing the same thing, I got a problem with you because I would never do it. A rapist, I'm gonna have a problem with a rapist. I'm gonna have a problem with hanging out with dudes that want to touch children. I got a problem with that. But you know what I'm never gonna do? Make this platform about them. The people that make the platform about them all the time, they do that because either they've done it or they want to do it. Case in point, 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine talks about rats all the time. You know why? Because he's a fucking rat. It is what it is. I don't go into the category of anybody that always wants to talk about a certain race, especially when it comes to me as a black man or anybody else as a black man, where you want to shoot us down so bad, where y'all start throwing out all of these random things. You secretly either want to be us or you want to fuck us. And for me, I just really believe that's true. I could be wrong, but through what the world has showed us, I'm not. And with Chud, you did all this. You go around and you try to bait black people so much, and come to find out, you used to get pegged by a black lady. This black lady was shoving fake black dick in you. And I'm not being vulgar. I'm being 100% true. Because she said it because you put her on blast. Like this, I used to knock her. I don't know what you said. Like some way, somehow, you was like you used to knock her off, and she was a cokehead or whatever. Like whatever you said, I'm not gonna get into that. But what you did was you opened up something that let me realize. Pause, because whatever you open up, I don't want to be a part of. But you opened up something that made me realize you're an individual that envies black people so much that you hate them. And a lot of times, most of these superior races, that's what they do. They envy us so much, and they want to be us so much that it becomes hate because y'all don't even know how to interact with us. We not bad people. We not wrong. We not trying to portray whatever y'all see on TV. We just being unapologetically black. And y'all got a problem with that so much that y'all shoot us down and y'all secretly either want to beat us or y'all want to fuck us. And and when I say this, I mean this to the utmost respect, and I'm talking to all racist white men. All of y'all. Y'all either secretly want to be us or y'all secretly want to fuck us, and y'all be mad. That's why y'all don't like everybody else. That's why y'all don't like the alphabet community. That's why y'all don't like transgender individuals, because they live in a truth. Y'all can't. You don't want to say, because you got a wife and 3 kids, you don't want to turn around and be like, yeah, I just really want to suck a nigga dick. Y'all don't want to say that out loud. And then y'all become racist. It just
That's
is
one
what
hell
it
of a
is.
thing to say out loud.
Like, you gotta learn. Like, that's why y'all mad at people for living a truth for real. Y'all get mad at the dude that had 4 kids and had 5 wives and then turned around and was like, nah, I was just doing that for show. Y'all shut him down. Y'all say he ain't shit. Y'all try to pull every plug from that man. But he say, I'm stopped living in this fucking format that y'all trying to live in. He just tells the truth. And you know what? That man is happy. Y'all not. Y'all not. I'm not saying all of y'all. Because some of y'all just got hate in y'all blood. But the majority of y'all hate us because y'all secretly want to be us or y'all want to fuck us. And I listen to what y'all say. Chud the Builder. You've said some things like, oh, monkey with those big ass lips and those big ass arms. Blah, 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 blah. That's you. You was down low giving a nigga a compliment. You bitch ass nigga.
Right. Right.
Like,
That's like
but
hating somebody that like, oh, you suck and you look stupid with your broad shoulders and your six pack and your big dick. Like, what?
exact. I swear to God, I promise you, Lindsay. I just had this
Yeah.
conversation last night with Jasmine. I said that's the problem with people don't understand that about some of these racist white men. They'll say the most complimentary things to you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's in disrespect, so you don't. It goes over your head because
Right.
some of these niggas would be like, "Well, fuck you with your big ass tree ass legs. You probably got a third leg, you big monkey motherfucker. You just
Right.
told me I got a big dick.
Right.
Like,
Right.
what the fuck are
It's
we
like,
doing? Like,
dang.
these niggas or these motherfuckers want to be you so bad,
Mm-hmm. Like, you guys
or
just
they want to fuck
dominate
you so bad.
all the sports, man.
All you
Pretty
do is
bad.
play football and basketball. You trying to integrate baseball because your legs were as big as baseball bats, you monkey. You just keep saying I got a big dick, nigga.
Right.
What the fuck are we talking about? You niggas want to beat us so bad
Yeah.
that it hurts your soul.
Yeah. They don't know how to function. They don't know how to just live their own life and leave us alone. So they have to come over to where we are and fuck our shit up. And all we doing is just living life. Like, I mean, history has shown us time and time again when y'all don't want to y'all don't want to let us in the room and sit at the table, we get to the point where we like, fuck it, we gonna make our own rooms and sit at our own tables. And because we're doing that and we're not bothering nobody, it bothers you because
Exactly.
you can't do that. You had to steal, you had to murder, you had to do all kinds of stuff to get the table that you're keeping us from.
And
But when we
I
literally come
just
from
don't
the
want to push
mud,
the white man.
yeah,
It's the same thing.
yeah,
When white bitches turn around and be like, with your stupid extensions in your hair and your weird ass eyebrows, bitch, what the fuck did you just do to yourself? You
yeah.
did the same fucking thing.
For every look that I get about my hair, I'm getting 5 compliments from white women talking about how my hair is so cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all admire us, y'all love us for real. And
Exactly.
you
You
don't know
motherfuckers
how
are
to you don't
peanut
know how
butter
to
and
feel.
jealous.
Yeah. You
Like
don't know
that's
how to
it
feel.
just is what it is. You niggas are peanut butter and jealous.
Yeah. 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 And it's sad. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? Society Breakdown 7 says they hate what they are. Yeah. And Tohi says white equals irritation. Excuse me.
It is
Agreed.
what it is. It's a bunch of them. That's why I don't, man. People talk what they want to talk about white rural individuals. What I respect about white rural individuals is they don't hate on you. They only know what they experience or what people have told them. And so they have that experience. And then when you bring those white rural individuals around real black people, they whole mindset changes. The other type of white individuals, those white individuals that always been integrated with us, they just fucking hate us because they ain't us.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I've seen it too many times. You will get somebody that superiorly, they learn from their daddy, they learn from their grandpa. Black people this, black people that, black people that. So they have their disdain about them. And you bring me around these niggas, and I hang with these niggas for at least a couple of weeks, and they be like, damn, I was wrong this whole motherfucking time. Yeah, because you was learning from a nigga that just was built off of hate. I don't hate you. So why the fuck do you hate me?
Yeah. It makes no sense. It makes
I
no
don't
sense.
hate you at all. I always say this 100%. I ain't never got no hate in my blood for nobody. I ain't never gonna be that kind. But I understand the demographic because when I was growing up, I had uncles and I had white people around that were downplaying white people.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't my play though. And the reason why that wasn't my play though is because how can a white person tell me how bad a white person is? Like, I get it. I understand what you're saying because some white people ain't are hearty or excuse me, halty. But I need to experience that myself, and that's not all of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't never gonna be that kind. I love everybody for who they is. I'm one of those people that I've learned from my uncle. Shout out to my Uncle Lewis. My Uncle Lewis told me you gotta expect a person for what he is. So if you met him as a snake, he gonna be a snake. If you met a bitch ass nigga for a rat, he gonna be a rat. If you met somebody for being have wisdom, then that's gonna be that he gonna have wisdom. It don't matter what color they are, you gotta respect what they move in. Because I'm not big enough, and when I say that, as much as I big up us as a culture, nah, we got some salty ass fucked up niggas too. But what I'm saying is, I only move off of what you present to me at first. If you present to me as a rat, then you a fucking rat, and I'm gonna live off that. If you present to me as a snake, you're gonna live off that, and I'm gonna live off that. If you present to me as a wholesome person that is always engulfed in wisdom, I don't care what color you are, I'll rock with you to the fullest. And that's what people don't understand. Like, at the end of the day, we got to play people for who people portray they are. And some of you niggas portray yourself as wanting to be us so bad or wanting to fuck us so bad, y'all can't even live in your own truth. And that's why y'all hate so much.
Yeah.
If you think about it, and this ain't because I ain't never did the research on it, but I will say this. Have you ever seen, and I'm pretty sure somebody that's watching this on the interwebs, have you ever seen a white man so upset about black people so bad? What they do is they go home and they beat and they fuck on a woman. And you know why they do that? Is because they can't get that shit out. They can't tell you how they actually feel.
Right.
So they'll beat on this bitch and then they'll fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
These niggas are weird.
Very much so. Very much so. He says they are big kids craving attention. Ain't nobody thinking about them, and they mad. Mad that no one is paying attention to. No, mad that nobody is paying attention. So they do stuff to crave it. Just look at the world. Ain't nobody worried about. No, ain't nobody worried, but they ain't no punks and ready for whatever attention they trying to get. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is just my opinion, but I just feel like that. I feel like most aggressive not even closet, most aggressive white racists were secretly wanted to be black or wanted to fuck black men. Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just is what it is.
I agree. And and that could be the self-hate that Chud is dealing with internally. But whatever the case, fuck them.
Again, you was doing so. Okay, let's not get on me doing what I just did, but stand on what I just did. When it comes to Chud, let me say this: the things you have been doing, giving yourself money, doing this, you have developed a plethora of what they need to build felonies on top of felonies against you, because you know what's illegal, because he always tries to play that legal role of freedom of speech. But you know what's illegal? What's illegal is saying something derogatory to a race in their face. That is illegal. That is that's and I don't know because I can't say the level of it, what it is, but it is assault.
Yeah,
That's
because you're
assault.
provoking.
If
You're
I turn
inciting.
on somebody and be like, "Fuck you, bitch ass cracker," and he punched me in the face, I can't sue him because I called him a cracker. Real talk.
Yeah.
And so when you was going around and doing that, the thing is, you picked and I ain't gonna say you picked the right town, because Tennessee don't play that. You was picking the right people to play with. Because if you would have did that in my town, if you went to Power and Light and did that shit, you'd have got your ass lit the fuck up. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You'd have run around with your mace and your pistol and all that, and the police wouldn't have said nothing at all if a nigga would have unloaded on you. They'd have arrested him. Yeah, he'd have went through the whole rigmarole, and he would have got the fuck out. Because there's too many witnesses and your testimony on live stream that says you fucking assaulted him first.
Yep.
Because when you say something disrespectful, and shout out to the agents brought that law up, but now they expanded that law where you can't turn around and call somebody out their name and not expect it to be assault. That's assault.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can call you white, but I can't call you a cracker. Mm-hmm. You can be like your black ass, but you can't call me a nigger, because that's assault. And I got every right to defend myself at that point.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't think a lot of people understand that. Like, it's so many people going to bat for Chud. What they don't understand is he has videotape of multiple felonies.
Yeah.
And everybody, I've even seen white lawyers try to fight this shit. I'm like, oh man, y'all just super racist because y'all don't even know the fucking law. You can't do that.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. They may find a way, you know, because lawyers can really be finesse kids for real, you know, and they could find some case law from X amount of years ago that people don't really bring up and be like, whoa, this is still in effect. This is still a thing, you know? So I don't know. And then that's their job. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
that's their job to do that. But
yeah,
what I'm saying is, even in that situation, what I didn't like is, because I've only seen, and I only seen 3 lawyers so far, but these 3 lawyers were white men, and they were saying that his bond was too high, and they're only doing that because he was a white man. And I'm like, I don't know shit about law, but I do know that it's been passed that you can't throw racial slurs at somebody and not expect it to be aggression.
From what I understand is that the reason why the bond is so high, one of the reasons rather, is because of where it happened. Like, it happened right outside the courthouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that causes a safety concern for more than just the 2 people involved. You know, and then it was in broad daylight in the middle of the day, on a weekday. Ain't no telling who was out there. Like, he was extremely reckless with his shooting. So you could have hit anybody. And one of the bullets ricocheted off the building. So I believe with all of that, including his past, is why it's over $1 million. I don't believe it has anything to do with him being white, because again, we're talking about Tennessee. Yeah, like, Tennessee ain't the most progressive place. So yeah, I think it's more of where it was than anything.
Again,
but I don't think he should have had bail, period.
I was about to say the same. I don't think he should have bail, but the fact that his bail is what it is because, for me, like you said, it's at the courthouse, and my God, like, your whole brand is to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, and I mean this with the utmost respect in my brain and in my heart. I don't know what has happened where these pseudo races. I ain't gonna say races because these are pseudo races.
Mm-hmm.
These pseudo races feel like they can get things off, but not understand the bylaws and the laws of certain things. Because you got multiple felonies because of this, my guy. Because you wasn't paying attention to the law that you're saying you're upholding when you're talking about freedom of speech. You don't even pay attention to the laws that you think you're upholding. Like, so I don't understand these type. Shout out to Jasmine. Jasmine's, I can call her my muse because she said it to me yesterday. She said, most of these people are just living off of old understanding, where like old tactics of white men are just superior.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people still think that y'all are superior. Newsflash, y'all not even the majority anymore.
Yeah.
Y'all have to stop thinking y'all superior about everything. Like, yeah, we still run white man laws. We still do white man politics. Y'all not the majority no more. And so y'all can't keep going on. It's gonna work out in y'all benefit when y'all do some fuck shit. Because it never worked out for anybody for doing fuck shit. Not to be on no extra, like trying to make it a black or white issue, but real life, it never worked for anybody to be on fuck shit when it comes to any other people. We are and I will say this with the utmost respect, we are a whole conglomerate. We're a country of immigrants. My people came here off a boat. Most Jewish people came here from exile. Most Palestinians came from a boat. Most of the Mexicans started off in America, and y'all call them immigrants. This is a place of immigrants. You can't keep acting like you the number one thing anymore. The people ain't gonna let you ride on that no more.
Yeah.
Y'all had a great run. Y'all did. Y'all had a great run. Y'all ran the shit out of this.
Yeah, legendary.
Dear the Queen, the shit that y'all did, legendary.
Yeah.
That shit ain't it no more. Stop doing it. Like, everybody wants to act like he's just gonna get off scot-free. This man has multiple felonies of what he did. First and foremost, he was in front of a fucking city building, and he brandished a firearm. And not only did he shoot somebody, he shot his fucking self. And he had multiple weapons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Felonies. This nigga he has on himself. This ain't what y'all think it's about to be. And if y'all want, if any of y'all thinking y'all gonna ride for Chud the Builder, watch how quick the government turns coattail on y'all. All of y'all niggas are going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Every last one of y'all.
Yeah. No.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I think
So society
I went through this whole rant just to say fuck Chud the Builder.
Right. So society breakdown 7 says, sometimes it's not about the law, but the law that they're willing to prosecute for. And that's why they're consolidating political power. Yeah, good points. But yeah, so, we'll definitely be following this story because I'm curious on how it will turn out. But, like I said, prayers for the victim and fuck Chud the Builder. Now, next up.
It's attempted murder. Fucking.
Yeah, fuck him. So, next up is Chris Brown. So, Chris Brown new album entitled Brown came out since we were gone. Have you gotten a chance to listen to it in its entirety?
Not in its entirety. I got to. I just be quite honest. I got to 20 fucking songs.
Okay, you did majority.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
got to 20 songs.
one you can say a lot of things about Chris Brown, but one thing you can't call him is lazy. He has been consistently coming out with albums that are very, excuse me, are very full. They're very full, and then he'll turn around and put out a deluxe that's even fuller. And you know, Brown is part of the crew now. I did listen to it in its entirety. A lot of mixed reviews about the album, and I actually like the album. The album is more mature, and the album is not what we normally hear from Chris. Um, it's very R&B heavy. It's
Yeah.
very it's very R&B heavy. Um, I don't think because like one thing that I have noticed over the past few years, outside of a few exceptions, is that a lot of his songs sound the same. And it's just like he just locks himself in a studio and he just goes. Because you know, he puts out these albums that got 50, 11 songs on them, and then he'll turn around and put out mixtapes, and then he'll turn around and do a bunch of features, and then next thing you know, he's on tour, and then he gives himself a 1 month break and he's back at it. Like it's been that cycle for a while. So it was it's still we're still in that cycle. Don't get me wrong, but it was pretty cool to hear something different from him than what we've been hearing for the past 2 years.
So I won't give him that narrative, and the reason why I won't give him that narrative is like Chris Brown has been around for a long time, and like I get the understanding of people say, oh, he says he makes the same type of music he's supposed to, like
Well,
it's.
type of music and same song is two different things.
But like, what can you do? Like, this is Chris Brown's what 12th, 13th album.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, of course you gonna things are gonna just sound the same.
Um,
This nigga's not Michael Jackson.
well, nobody's Michael Jackson. And
Exactly.
I get that, and I get that to a certain extent. However, just because um you give him that caveat doesn't mean that I like it. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
I fully understand that. I
Yeah,
fully understand that.
because I'm not downplaying his talent or anything like that. It's just, and I mean, obviously, because I've seen him several times, I've traveled to see him a couple of times. Like, I am a fan, but when it comes to like a project, a full album, over the last few years, the songs start blending in together. You know, when you're trying to listen to an album all the way through, they start blending in together. I don't know what this song from that song and stuff like that. So it's it's a different sound for Chris Brown, and I like it. Everybody don't like it. Um, there was one publication that called it I think they called it a worthless piece of shit.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but there's nothing that Chris Brown has ever put out that's worthless. Let's start there. Um,
Right.
this is no different. It's I mean it's good. I was expecting to hear Scoopy Dee Doop Doop the way they was talking, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's not that at all. Like I enjoyed the album. Definitely. Now there was a couple of things that I was like, I probably would have chose differently. But for the most part, I think it's a good solid album. Tohi says, I really like that Fallen song. That's the only one I've heard. LOL. Yeah, Fallen is good. Fallen is definitely
Good.
good.
I don't have no from the songs I've heard,
Mm-hmm.
the only song that I would ever give pushback on is Honey Packs.
I like Honey Packs.
I didn't like Honey Packs. And the reason why I didn't like Honey Packs, just to be quite honest, is Chris Brown, you are a crooner. Um, and when I say that, I don't mean like a coon. I mean you're a crooner. You are someone that like you don't have no problem with ballads.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could belt some shit out. This was just, you know, whatever we fucking like.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only thing for me. And again, I've only heard 20 songs,
Yeah.
but that's the only song I had a problem with. Now, with that being said, I don't know if he did, so I'm not gonna downplay him on anything. But I do believe, um, for me, in my opinion, at least two of the songs I heard, um, was something that he generated through AI and then put in ad libs.
Mm.
But
Okay.
those songs were still fucking good.
Yeah.
They were fucking dope ass songs.
Mm. Okay.
I was like, oh no, them motherfuckers hitting. But I was like, that just kind of sound like he just kind of just like put the lyrics in there and let AI do it, and then he just jumped on the ad libs. But fuck it, because
Yeah.
those are still dope ass songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I would say the Brown album.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I've never had a problem with any of Chris Brown's albums. Just to be quite fair, I
Yeah.
think Chris Brown is one of the most talented individuals that
Yeah.
we've had in many generations.
Right. Right. And don't get me wrong, I feel the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that the songs that I feel that are pretty repetitive or bad. It's just I'm tired. Like you hear the same song back to back to back, it you be over it. You be over it. You can't tell the difference between songs and stuff, and then you just be over it. But I feel like the one song that I was like, and it wasn't Chris Brown. It was the Call Your Name song.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say Call Your Name.
Yeah, I was like, the song was good. It was perfect until Sexy Red, and then Glorilla. And I like Glorilla. I really like Glorilla. Glorilla is really
I knew
good.
I 100% knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, I just was not. I was not a fan of them being on that song. I felt like I don't even feel like he should have had a feature on that song. I feel like it would have been good just by itself, and that's it.
His verse was dope.
Yeah.
Sexy Red's dope song. Her verse was okay. I got trauma. I ain't even gonna lie. I got superior trauma. Because I could only laugh at this. Because I was listening to it and she was like, um, he calls me Janae, and I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Next, right?
Yeah, next, like, fuck out of here, like, fuck out of here. No one here, no one nothing to do with this.
You're right.
Like,
It got nothing to do with nothing.
like that's your name. Now I don't know that's your name. I'm not gonna buy no more of your music. No,
Right. I didn't know
I
that
wouldn't
either.
do that, Sexy Red. I'm lying, but I think Gorilla saved it because I like I've said this before on plenty of podcasts. I like Gorilla. Gorilla saved that shit.
I wouldn't call it
Because
saved because I don't think neither one of them should have been on that song.
neither one of them should have been on it.
Yeah.
But when it was going downhill,
Yeah.
Gorilla put it back. It put it back there.
Yeah. Right.
And it only put it back there because it that should have been the only feature.
See, and
And I should have heard two verses from Chris and then that verse.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think it would have been as bad if it was just Glorilla, but I honestly don't.
I love her.
Yeah,
You know, I've been saying this. I've said this plenty of times on this podcast. I love every bit about Gorilla because Gorilla make music. Like I grew up in the fight song era. And I'm not saying that I want every song to be a fight song, but I grew up on that era, so I love when motherfuckers be like saying lyrics to make you be like, man, yeah, fuck that,
hmm
like jump some shit off,
yeah,
like pop some shit off, and
yeah,
like she gives you that presence when she writes shit.
hmm
Like
yeah,
when she with one of her lyrics when she said on the Chris Brown song like uh damn she was like shit. Nah, let me not even do that because I'm a fuck what she said up. I'll say it on another podcast
yeah,
because I don't wanna fuck what she said up. But she was standing on uh being a person that yeah that nigga's fucking right now. Like what the fuck are we talking about?
yeah,
I was like, yeah, I like that. That's representing what you know what I'm saying what it is. And
right,
then
right.
and in the background, like I just love again I've said this before. I love she just I can't even call it Memphis. Like she just has her own way of talking about shit. I just be like, man, like this
Yeah,
lady.
yeah, yeah. And I think that's the star. That's the star in her. You know, because she is different, and it is cool. Like we like her. We like her.
Yeah, this lady different. This
Yeah.
lady we be doing like it ain't just Memphis. This is just this gorilla. Like she just represents herself to the fullest. Like yeah, she loves where she from, but it's just something about her. Like it just transcends Tennessee or Memphis. Like
Yeah.
it's just her.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Like I used to make jokes, and I keep making these jokes, but it's the truth. Cuban on Cuban, like that
Yeah.
I
Ho.
just ain't never gonna
Yeah.
like. I ain't never gonna like deny that. Like man, the way
hmm
she uses, the way she says things is like, I don't know. She's so unapologetically her, and then the state. But like she does things that the state be like, oh, we don't talk like that. Yes, the fuck y'all do.
Yeah. They don't hear it. They don't hear it. It's wild. It's wild how people don't hear their accents. You know. But yeah.
We don't talk like Memphis. Yes, the fuck y'all do. We don't
hmm
we don't talk like a gorilla. Gorilla, she ghetto. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all talk the same fucking way.
Right. Right. But other than that, I like the album. Go listen to it for yourself. And let us know in the comments what you think after you listen to it. But yeah, I'm here for it. So the next thing is Kevin Hart's roast. So Kevin Hart was roasted at the Netflix is a Joke Festival, and it was shown live on Netflix a few days ago. I totally missed it, but you can watch it, on demand on Netflix, of course. And yeah, I've only seen the first hour, so Lily, take it away.
So I listen, what I will say is this. The Kevin Hart roast, for what anybody thought it was, or for anybody who are watching clips about it or watching commentating or people commentating about it, it is everything that you thought it was going to be. Just to be quite fair, I don't want to be that kind of. I'm biased on this. For my people that believes like, oh nah, Kevin Hart was cooning out. Okay, or if you were saying like, oh no, this is, you know what I'm saying, this is just roast, what roast is about. Like, yeah, they do that. Okay, you got it. Everybody has their own opinion about it and their own right about what it is. I will only say what I've seen and what I can comment on. Half of the people that were comics wasn't funny, and that's just my opinion. Most of them wasn't funny. It got really deep into uh buffoonery to me. And I'm saying buffoonery because I don't want to say racism or coonism. Um, just because Kevin Hart signed up for this. So I'm never gonna say Kevin Hart's was signing up for coon shit or racist shit. It's just what was presented. What I will say is a couple of highlights that I did like and love. One is Cheryl Underwood. Cheryl Underwood was getting demolished because people were talking about how her husband or her ex-husband, um, because he's not here anymore, so that's her ex-husband, but committed suicide. Her response to that was comically destroying everybody. Like, I don't understand how a lot of people are talking about this, but they don't talk about how comedically she destroyed everybody that said that shit. That was one of the dopest things I seen. That was one of the things that made me laugh. I didn't laugh until Short Underwood got there. And that's just me being 100% real. Like, I watched everybody's roast, and it was okay at best, but Cheryl Underwood made me laugh because I realized her like she got to live through pain in this, so she's got to make it funny, and she made it funny on top of shitting on these niggas for talking about it. I didn't. I will say this. Shane Gorillas. Um, I understand you was nervous, and that's my whole thing about it. I just feel like he was really nervous because he didn't want to come off as a racist.
Yeah.
So I get he was nervous at that, but you still got to live in your truth because I don't believe, because I like Shane. I think his comic is genius. But I do think he pigeonholed himself because he was holding back. Now,
Yeah.
with that being said, Tony is a racist, and everything he said in that shit was racist. I'm not even giving a fuck that he's a Republican or anything. He's a fucking racist. A George Floyd joke is never going to be funny to me.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't care how you slice it up and how you try to dissect it and how you try to make it feel funny. A George Floyd joke is never going to be funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. I get the point of the roast. You know, you're gonna say some of the most vile things about another person. We're supposed to laugh it off. But George Floyd didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Y'all could have done that show without mentioning that man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a John Benet Ramsey joke. That's like a Emmett Till joke. There's just certain things that in society we just want to not touch. And it's not about being sensitive. It's just about certain things being sacred that it's not funny. There will never be a time where it's okay to bring up George Floyd in a roast.
No.
There will never be okay. It will never be okay. Leave that man alone. Let that man rest in peace. You know, Towheed says, Girl, that damn roast. I still ain't watched the whole thing. It's not funny from what I saw. I seen them coming for Cheryl, and I heard she fucked them all up. Laughed my
Oh
ass
no,
off.
she destroyed that shit. I
Yeah.
when I say Cheryl Underwood, and I will say this out loud on the interwebs, Cheryl Underwood is really, really funny. And she's really, really funny because she knows how to move in a room full of fucking vultures. Because they tried to headhunt her and she shot
Mhm.
every last one of them motherfuckers in the face.
Yeah, if you see it, because like I said, I've seen the first hour, and then I've also seen clips. If you see it, she's over there taking notes. You know what I'm saying? She literally had a pen and paper out taking notes. So I'm not shocked that this is the outcome. Because and on top of that, Cheryl Underwood, I may not like her on the talk. Can't stand her on the talk. But I know her from Comic View. That lady is funny. Just point blank in the period. That lady is funny. You know what I'm saying? She would be on there. She ended up winning a year to be a host on there. And she's just funny, you know? So, and she's raw. She's raw. She's rough. She can fight with the best of them. So
Listen,
I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised
you
that
know, I'm a strong individual when it comes to black women comedians because
Mhm.
the first thing I always say is um black women comedians need to always stop basing shit off of their pussy.
Yeah.
Because most black comedians or that are women, they always base it on fucking or being
Mhm.
around. And what she did was very, very strategic. I ain't even gonna say the word right, but
Strategic.
exactly.
Yeah.
She again, that was the first time I laughed watching the whole fucking roast. Like I
Mhm.
literally laughed my ass off listening to this lady. This lady, great.
Yeah.
I'm not downplaying nobody else. It just wasn't funny to me until Cheryl Underwood got up there
Yeah.
because she let it, all that shit that they were saying, that most people were like, oh, that's gonna crush her. That didn't crush shit. She stood on that shit, and I can only say like she stood on that shit like my aunt Vine would stand on shit. Like, all right, y'all got that off, but watch this though.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm about to fuck every last one of y'all over. And at the end of the day, I might fuck one of you niggas. And I thought that shit was hilarious. Like,
Mhm.
real shit. I was just like, oh, she is legitimate a comic.
Yeah.
Like, that's what comedy is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I get what everybody's saying. Like, you gotta let people and when it comes to roast, you gotta let people have that. And I let people have that. But like it was only a few that was funny.
Yeah. See,
She was top tier funny.
my thing with that is like, okay, I get it's a roast. Um, I get that you're gonna point out the obvious. Of course, he's a short black man. You're gonna point that shit out. But when it comes to those racist jokes and shit like that, I don't look at it like, oh, I'm offended. I look at it like it's low hanging fruit. So half the time it's not funny, but it's not funny because it's corny. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
come up with something else. Just like the short jokes, like, give it a rest. Like, I'm tired of hearing about how short he is. I get that's his shtick, but I'm tired of, like, we see it. We know. Unless you do something that's funny, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like it's just I'm over it. It's like it's just not funny. It's not funny because I'm offended. It's just not funny, you know? And so
Exactly.
yeah, like and I feel like sometimes that's what the white comics in these roles, especially when they have black people there, that's what they lean into, is the racist shit. It's like, oh, I got all this stuff in my head and I can get it off in a roast that I can't normally get off when I'm on stage in a comedy show. But it's just not funny. Like, unless you saying something very unique, leave that shit alone. It's low hanging fruit. It's lazy. It's late. It's delayed. Like, come up with something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then another thing that I don't really see too many people talking about, but this is why I'm not built for no roasting. It's because they were talking about dead people. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's a cultural thing though. Like that's how you understand. Like that's one of the things that when I was watching it, I realized I don't know because I don't know how Kevin Hart was brought up, so I can't downplay him. He, whatever hood he's from or whatever background he's come from, those things would have always been like, nah, we're not gonna talk about. Like for me, I would have never, because like you have to sign off of these shit, and you have to sign off of these jokes, and it has a teleprompter, and you have all these where you know where some of these jokes are coming at. That would have been my whole thing. You know how you have a certain charter, like you'd be like, we're not gonna do this and we gotta go do that. One of my things is you're not gonna bring up certain things, like the break. And again, that's just me. Maybe I am emotionally uninvolved than a comedian. That's probably why I'm not a comedian, because you're not going to talk about my mother nor my father, nor are you going to talk about anybody else's dead individuals while you are roasting me, because I got the utmost respect for dead folks. Like, and that's just, again, that's just me. Like, I don't care if I didn't even fuck with a nigga. I'm not gonna talk about him when he passed. I could have had all the things to say about him. Man, fuck that bitch ass nigga. Why. Once he passed, we not gonna talk about that man no more.
Yeah.
We're gonna let that man, that whatever went on with that man, where I felt about that man gone. He can't defend himself.
Right. Until he says the host sucked, I was like, when is his time up? I don't think he necessarily sucked. I just think he wasn't confident because like you said, he didn't really want to do them racist jokes, and you can tell.
Yeah.
You know, and then he made a comment. Yeah, he made a comment saying, "Oh, they told me to be racist." Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when he talked about Cheryl Underwood's husband, he was like, "Yeah, I felt bad about that one. I had to call her about that one." You know?
Yeah, like,
so you can tell that's not that. I mean, he can do it. He got it in him to do it. However, he's not that person to go that low.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
You gotta have that in you to go that low, because you gotta say it with your chest. You know what I'm saying? And little ass Nick, like, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna tell everybody that's listening to us right now. One thing about Shane that you have to understand is Shane, because a lot of his family are autistic and special needs, that's where he got his claim to fame from, because he was able to talk about it. But what people don't understand about him is when other people try to talk about his comedy and his jokes, he stood 10 toes down and told them they couldn't say that shit. Because you don't know what I'm saying, because you don't have the background to do it.
Right.
So I understand why he, not like a lot of things was hesitant to him. And that's why they were throwing that back at him, like, oh, special needs, could you special needs, because of his family, because he stood 10 toes down on that.
Okay.
So he's able to, like, I'll let you talk about me, but what he was not allowing them to do is bring up anybody about it, or anybody in his family, because that was one thing he for a long time he stood on, like, Yeah, I'll talk about some shit, but y'all not about to do it. When y'all
Right.
do it, y'all wrong as a motherfucker. Y'all
Right.
can't
Right.
talk about my life experience.
Right.
So
Right.
y'all can say I'm autistic. I will deal with you saying I'm autistic. What you're not about to do is talk about my cousin, my brother, my whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know per se. Because I don't know what I'm saying. Because his comedy is his comedy. So I'm not gonna say per se what he talked about. But I know a lot of individuals in his family, from what he's talked about, um, had a level of autism.
Mm.
He doesn't allow that. So I understand why he was weird. Like he felt weirded out being racist because that's not me. I
Yeah.
just talk about what is true to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true to him to be a racist.
Yeah.
That's why he was saying a lot of when he was saying jokes, he was like, "Oh well, I talked about I talked about this before to such and such, and they were cool with it because he kept on having to clarify himself. That's
Yeah.
why people saying he sucked, but he didn't suck. He was just really being like, "Nah, these jokes ain't mine."
Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah, but then that's the thing though, because whether the jokes are yours or not, you said it and you're gonna get blamed for it. So you might, if you're gonna say it, you might as well own it. You gotta say it with your full chest. You can't be hesitant because it's not gonna go over well. Like if he would have said it with his chest, it would have went over well,
And that's
or
why none of them
better
went
than
over
what it
well.
did.
And that's
Yeah.
why none of them went over well. Like
Yeah.
none of those jokes went over well because he wasn't comfortable with saying them.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Which it goes into the whole why you even take this gig to begin with.
The money,
That's not your thing. You know what I'm saying?
the
And
money.
yeah,
He just went with the money.
yeah, the money and the recognition and the exposure because this is the first time I ever seen him. So
I've
I
seen him a
mean,
couple times. And Shane is actually funny.
you could tell that he is because I mean there was a couple things that I chuckled on that he said. It was just like, oh, and it just it's just some things it would have went over well if he was confident and he just wasn't confident in what he was saying. But
A lot of them
there
jokes wouldn't. A lot of them jokes wouldn't meant, and he shouldn't have said them. It would have been a different. It would have been a whole different scenario if Tony would have been the host. But you can't make a racist a host for Kevin Hart.
yeah, yeah. And that's the reason why Tony was there, to be the resident racist, because if don't nobody else say it, he gonna say it. And he's never funny. He's never funny. But yeah, so Tohi says Cheryl Underwood was supposed to be a queen of comedy. Um, yeah, I think you're right. I think I have heard that before. Um, but yeah. So um other highlights was Cat Williams. Cat Williams came out and we all know that Cat and Kevin have not gotten along for a long time now. So it was great to see Cat put their differences aside and come out to the roast. And Kevin recognized that. And they had a real moment to where they said that they were going to be cool now. They dapped it up and whatnot. And they put their, like I said, they put their differences aside. And so from here on out, they are supposed to be cool. Now, what that entails, I don't know. I guess we will find out. But
Entails exactly what you think it's going to entail. So,
what,
what
a
do you
movie?
think it's going to entail?
A movie?
No, nah, that's
No,
not
no
going to happen.
movie. No movie. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
What it entails is, um, what's going to happen is Cat Williams is going to be a part of, and this is just me talking. I could be lying, yeah. So don't take this as face value. Cat Williams is now going to be one of those comedians that are going to have like cameos and certain shit, and then he's gonna have producer credits for certain shit. Kevin will never make him a star.
Well, he's already a star.
For us, we got to understand the light that Kevin Hart has and Cat Williams has, and he's never gonna make him reach his level. He's never even gonna allow it to happen. So, like, we're not gonna like. I would not be surprised if this is the last thing we see Cat Williams do.
Like in regards to Kevin Hart, period.
Period. Like as far as on a national stand, like he could do the chitlin circuit. I would not be surprised if we don't see him in any other movies or any other nothing. Because again, Cat Williams at his best said it. Like he still believes he's an industry plant and he ain't shit. Like,
I mean, just because they piece it up don't mean that things have changed.
Don't mean shit at all.
Like,
even Kevin said, if y'all don't believe that I'm a good actor, y'all wasn't paying attention to how me and Cat was talking. It's always truth into what people say, even when they trying to make jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine because we're at a roast, so I want y'all to get the utmost and the fullest roast of what you need to roast. But like, nah, he signed over for that. And because he signed over for this, he got to do something on his own in order to even make himself anything. Case in point, when Nas destroyed Jay-Z, you know the worst thing that Nas ever did after that?
What?
Signed to him.
That's the worst thing he did?
It's the worst thing he did. And he knew that. That's why he hurried up and got the fuck up out of there. And started doing his own thing, because you can't side with a nigga like that. Like if you publicly had real problems, publicly y'all can't turn around and do that. I hate that because that's just what black people do. You literally have to go out and do things on your own in order to make shit happen. Case in point, Nas had to turn around and rebrand his whole self after signing to Jay-Z. And he was so good at it, when Jay-Z tried to mimic it, that shit got shut down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't say Cat Williams is not capable of it. But I'm just saying that's the thing. When Nas signed with Jay-Z, he didn't do well. And Jay-Z, because of the paparazzi, they was posting all the wrong pictures. They never posted them hanging out and chilling and laughing with each other. They showed Nas looking drunk and fucked up, always around Jay. Like, we all remember those pictures. And Nas realized that and was like, "Oh, you still trying to undermine me, you bitch ass nigga." Yeah. So I gotta I have to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing things that you can't even do. Because same thing that Nas did, Jay tried to do, and it got rejected. But you have to do that because you can't side with a nigga that, know what I'm saying, that you already beat. So Cat Williams can't side with a nigga like Kevin Hart. He already beat him. Yeah, you got money, but I already beat you already. So I can't sign with you. Because I already beat you. I don't care about the money. I already beat you. Comically and like when the people's standpoint, I already beat you already. It don't matter what you can say about me. I beat you. So he can't. If he does anything to align with him, he's just gonna fuck himself up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely have your opinion for sure. I just hope for the best for him, you know, and we'll just see what will happen going forward with this reconciliation, you know. So, yeah, I guess it's like almost 3 hours. So I'm only an hour in. So I'll watch the rest of it.
Yeah, you ain't seen it all. Like,
yeah. I'm at Lizzo.
The Rock was the Rock. Listen, I will only say this because you haven't seen it. What I will say is, it is certain things you're gonna see. It's like you can tell that this was orchestrated by Kevin Hart. This wasn't just a typical roast. This was orchestrated by Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart wanted this, and he orchestrated it. For me, in my opinion, that's what it felt like to me.
Okay. Quick question, and we'll just leave it at that. We don't have to explain. Would you do a roast?
Oh hell yeah!
Absolutely not.
Hell yeah! And you know why I would do a roast? Because I'm petty.
Yeah,
I'm petty as fuck. And not only am I petty, I've been holding secrets from niggas for years. Don't try to put me on blast, my nigga.
Yeah,
It's shit I've never told niggas. Like, for real. And niggas know that. That's why I probably would never have a roast.
Yeah.
Because niggas don't want to do that with me. Niggas don't want to, ha, this nigga. I've been a weird nigga my whole life. Real shit. I didn't talk until I was 5 years old. That's a lot of niggas go, well, oh, this nigga was dumbass, autistic, bop, bop. They gonna say all that. I didn't talk until I was 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to tell the secrets that I was listening to.
Yeah. Your first words was probably, I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
It's so funny because that's 100%. I'm like, shit. Y'all really want me to start talking?
Right. I got a lot of shit to get off my chest. Woo!
Nah, niggas don't. Right now, like now as we speak, not a nigga want to do a roast.
Yeah.
Not a nigga want to do, because all my bullshit I've already talked about. So if they want to bring some shit up, that's cool. We can laugh and joke about it. I ain't even talking about the shit y'all told me.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got to go to the interwebs about nothing.
Right. No, I want everybody to have the same opinion of me. So, whatever opinion you got of me, keep that. And we're not going to do a roast of me. So, your opinion can change. No, ma'am. So, yeah. No, I can't do it. But yeah, so that is the roast of Kevin Hart. So our last topic is top 5. So the top 5 this episode is the top 5 Michael Jackson songs. And I know he has 1,000,001 to pick from, and I know it was extremely hard, but just do the best you can. So you want to go first, or you want me to?
Either way, I'll go first.
Okay.
My top 5. Number 1, and I mean number 1. No ifs, ands, or buts about it for me. Number 1, Ben.
Okay.
Second one, Thriller.
Okay.
Number 3, Smooth Criminal. Number 4, why?
Why?
Human nature.
Oh.
Yeah, I caught you in that because I
Mm-hmm.
wanted you to say that.
Yeah.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
Number 5, smooth criminal.
You said Smooth Criminal twice.
I said smooth criminal twice.
You did.
Oh shit! 'Cause I had this in my head already. Okay, so number 5 would be uh. Oh man, why did I have that? Why did I have that twice? That must have been like a real dope song to me.
Yeah.
Um, I have to put Billie Jean right there.
Okay.
Now my honorable mentions, because I have a lot of honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
So my honorable mention, my first honorable mention is Dangerous.
Okay.
My second one is Speed Demon. I used to love that as a kid. Like I
Yeah.
was like, and I'll tell the story because I love to tell the story. It's trauma, but like, um, my mama, at one point, she was with somebody that she had to leave. Like, we had to get up out of there. Um, and so we were like living from pillar to post, uh, trying to get away from this guy. And Speed Demon was on that, like, was heavy in my cassette player.
Mm.
Um, so Speed Demon was as much as people be like, man, we ain't never heard that song. No, I used to always, because she would just be like, we got to get up and we got to go. So Speed Demon always was in my shit.
Yeah.
Speed Demon is always there. Butterflies is one of the dopest songs from Michael Jackson that don't nobody give no play to.
It's such a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song. And then my last honorable mention is Bad, and like, Bad is a phenomenon, but for me, um, again, I'm not a tough guy, but when I was growing up, for Michael Jackson to be like, "You ain't bad, you ain't nothing," talking to a thug is the way I used to talk to them. like, I used to
You
just
ain't
be like,
bad.
"Man, shit, you ain't bad. Hey, what the fuck you talking about?" Like, cause I used to always be like, you got to prove that you got to beat my ass, basically. You got to fuck me up. If other than that, man, you ain't bad. You ain't nothing. So there you go. That was it.
That was a good list. That was a good list. I'll give that to you. So my top 5, my number 1 of all, Dirty Diana.
Diane is a hit.
Yes. My number 2 is a B-side. So Off the Wall is Get on the Floor.
That's a good one.
I love that song.
That's a real good
Love
one.
it.
I love that.
Yes. Number 3 is Billie Jean. When I tell you I used to play the hell out of Billie Jean on Michael Jackson Experience, I freaking love that. Was my favorite one on Michael Jackson Experience was Billie
You know
Jean.
that? I hate to say it, but it's not my least favorite Michael Jackson song, but it's not. It didn't hit like that to me, and I guess because I just wouldn't fucking random bitches having babies. Like I didn't.
I like it. I've always liked it. Don't get me wrong. I've always liked it. I always loved it. But it was Michael Jackson Experience. When I got that game, that's what sent it over the top for me because that was my favorite game to play on there.
Got you.
Yeah. Number 4 is Heaven Can Wait.
Heaven Can Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a classic.
Yes. Yes.
That's a classic.
And number 5 is Come Together.
Wow. I
Yeah.
ain't even gonna, I can't hate on Come Together.
Yeah. Yeah. Come Together is my number 5.
Come Together. That was oh man, like he put that everywhere. That shit was on everything. Like
Yeah, it was.
shit. Levi's jeans was something about coming together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So I do have honorable mentions as well. One of them is "Ain't No Sunshine."
Ain't no sunshine. Yeah,
Ain't
that's
no.
nice.
Oh my gosh! Like the vocals on that kid was amazing. But yeah, "Ain't No Sunshine."
I give you that because everybody that says Michael didn't have vocal prowess, I always be like, y'all didn't listen to 11-year-old Michael Jackson.
Yeah, yeah. Um, let's see. PYT.
PYT
PYT.
is good. I
Yeah.
give you that.
Um, and then the other one, I put it on the list because I can't get it out of my head, but it's not something that I always listen to. But once you hear it, it's like it's infectious. Like you cannot get out your head for nothing. And it's Liberian Girl. Like his vocals on Liberian Girl are just like top tier. They're chef's kiss.
I just I give you that, but that's one of my least few favorite Michael Jackson songs.
Right. If it wasn't for the fact of it being so infectious, it would be one of my least favorite too. Because I don't even know what that means, like Liberian Girl. But it's just his vocals and how it's so infectious. Like you will be singing that song for a week straight. So, and all you
I
doing
just
is
didn't
singing
like,
Liberian Girl. That's all you
and
doing.
I really think the reason why I don't like that song, just to be quite 100, and because it's not too many songs that I don't like from Michael.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say I don't like it, but the reason why it's my least favorite, um, is literally the video.
See, I just found out there was a video like last week. And when I put it up, I was like, oh, that was pretty clever. Because do you know the backstory behind the video?
He faked with he told everybody to show up. But he was filming everybody on the back end.
Yeah, but do you know why they did it like that?
No.
Okay, so when Liberian Girl came out, they were pretty much done promoting that. They didn't ran through the promotion money and everything. They was about to move on to something else. So that money wasn't there. So yeah, they got this bright idea or whatever, and they called all those people there, all these A-list celebrities, and nobody got paid to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they pretty much, did this video, and then you see Michael Jackson at the end. So, but yeah. But it was quite a few singles that came off of that album. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because Moonwalker, the whole movie for Moonwalker, and then there were several videos that came out of Moonwalker in itself.
Exactly.
Not to mention the other shit that came out. So yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I just didn't, because for me, Liberian Girl, um, because I'm a Michael Jackson fan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going off the lyrics and I'm like, why are we not? It's not one Liberian Girl. We're, we're seeing a bunch of, like, come on, man. We seen Danny Glover, and
Yeah.
like I'm just reminiscing on because I can't even mention the celebrities that was in this bitch.
It was count.
Um, I remember Danny Glover. Like,
Yeah.
that's the fucked up shit about it being 100. Like, in my head, I'm like, Danny Glover was in this
Yeah.
for nothing.
John Travolta, Whoopi Goldberg, like it was a lot. Jasmine Guy, like it was a lot of A-list celebrities that were in that
They
video.
just pulled everybody through. It was. I just was like, well, where's the Liberian Girl at?
Right. Right.
I
Like
really
all
do.
these is cool, but where's the Liberian Girl? I'm
Where's the Liberian
waiting.
Girl at? Like, that's just all I want to ask.
Right. I
If he had a little
mean,
Liberian girl just walking across the stream, I would able to
Yeah.
make more sense to me.
Oh, you know what? Another honorable mention, In the Closet.
I would definitely give you that.
In the Closet. It's so funny because I used to be in a group chat where we would just be like, you know, sharing shit, talking shit all day long, right? And I was at work one day and I was just playing Michael Jackson Essentials. And In the Closet came on and I'm singing out loud. Now I'm not singing loud, I'm just singing out loud. But when In the Closet came on, I was about to start singing and I was like, ooh, you know what? Let me look up these lyrics because I'm pretty sure what I'm saying is not what the lyrics are.
Yeah.
And yeah, what I was saying was horrible. I
Well,
was saying some illegal shit. That's what I want to put out there.
okay. All right.
And
Well,
I just remember when I was like in third grade, because my grandfather was from Arkansas, and my grandfather passed away when I was like 2, but his younger brother had passed away when I was in third grade. So me and some of my family, we drove down there, and it was me, Ashley, and my cousin Lauren. We were the kids, and that song had came on, and we was just in the back just singing all the wrong lyrics, and ain't nobody said shit to us about nothing. And I'm like, I'm in the third grade, they in the first grade, and we are saying some bullshit. Like, so yeah, I just remember that, and I'm just like, that is horrible. It's so horrible. But yeah.
so even you saying that, it just remind me of one of the songs that should be an honorable mention to all of us. Is "Lady in My Life" because it's been sampled and it's been
Mhm.
sampled multiple times. "Lady in My Life" is
Yeah.
one of the top tier MJ songs that not only lyrically was dope, but um, phonetically it's so hard that it's been sampled
Hmm.
over and over again.
Yeah. And I love the sample. Speaking of the sample, I just watched something where they explained the whole transparency song. Do you know that song?
Yeah,
Excuse me. Yeah, so Hitmaker was on Shannon Sharp, and he explained what happened. So if for anybody that doesn't know, Transparency is a song that was produced by Hitmaker, and Chris Brown sung the song. And it was a Chris Brown song, but it ended up getting leaked. And it didn't officially come out because it was sampled. Not it was sampled, but they used the sample from Michael Jackson, which is Lady in My Life. And they couldn't get it cleared. They couldn't get it cleared by the estate. So 2 Chainz had heard that beat and was like, I want this song. I still want it, blah, 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 blah. So when the shit fell through with Chris Brown trying to get it, and it ended up getting leaked, 2 Chainz was just like, I still want it or whatnot. So what he ended up doing, he ended up using it for the album that he did with Lil Wayne. So the song is 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, and then they put Usher on it, and they removed the sample. So it's a cool song with them three on it, but the Chris Brown one is the one that hits hard.
yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of Chris. I don't know if it's because of the sample. I don't know if it's because of the combination, but that's the one that hits hard.
Organically, and
Hmm.
I'll just say this: organically, you would love anything that Chris Brown does to emulate or jump on the side of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Because Chris Brown is one of those unique vocalist, that pitch can change whenever he chooses it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing about Chris Brown that a lot of people they don't like. Let's just keep it a bean. They don't like because they always think he's sampling or he's doing auto tune. Chris Brown is actually just singing.
Yeah.
Because he's
That's
good.
the crazy part about it. Yeah. He sounds like he's using auto tune, but no. That's him.
Yeah, that's just him. It's just
yeah.
If you're gonna compare him to anybody, you have to compare him to the Wizards and the Goats. Like it's so many people you can compare him to. But none of those people are in his time, and I think that's what a lot of people always try to shut down from Chris Brown. Because you can't compare him to anybody in his timeline or anybody before his timeline.
Yeah.
But you can compare him to people outside of his timeline because he can generate that same type of sound.
Yeah.
And people don't like that.
People
it's
just don't like him,
you gotta respect you gotta respect the talent that Chris Brown is.
Right.
Y'all get mad because this nigga do coke and smoke weed. Like, nah, like if we want to keep it a bean, like no. He sounds like everybody that y'all heard in the 50s and 60s and in the 70s because they were probably doing heroin with the same auto and then like with the same fucking octaves that he's doing. Like you mad at him because he's able to tap into something that y'all ain't never seen before in your whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Like Chris Brown's amazing. I don't never shoot Chris Brown down for what he do because I'm just like, man, shit, he's probably one of the greatest talents I'm ever gonna see while I'm breathing.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing for sure. But yeah, that is our top 5 Michael Jackson songs. So I don't have a final thought. So Jerry's final thoughts, take it away.
Ooh. My Jerry's final thoughts is really this, and I ain't gonna get too into it, but I will say this. We dive so much into the things that we dive into with certain topics and certain things. But what we really don't dive into is the mental structure that some of our individuals are dealing with. We really got to understand that a lot of this stuff that we're listening to and we're watching and we are visualizing is not from normal people. So just speaking to everybody, like you can't think that this is norm or think this is what you're supposed to be doing. I get you want to be famous. I get you want to do whatever you want to do, but sometimes you are watching and you are listening and you are viewing somebody who is not mentally stable. And we have to understand that. We have watched so many people crash out because of this. Case in point, we talked about Chud, and I'm not going to disrespect Chud, but Chud comes from an era where he watched a lot of people that were mentally unstable and decided to take a mentally unstable route into how he chose to be famous streaming. And that should tell you right now that it's levels and there's consequences, and there's natural consequences come with it. He is now a felon. He's probably gonna face some time, and he's gonna have to do that, understanding that what he chose to do is the reason why he's gonna get this backlash. So for all of y'all that feel like, hey, I'm gonna follow this person, I'm gonna do what this person did, you gotta understand what the reality of it is. The reality of it is, eventually, all of that shit is gonna bite you back in the ass. So maintain what you're doing, understand what you're doing, and play the game accordingly. If not, gracefully bow out the game. And as always, take care of yourself and others.
Yes, and thank you for Jerry's final thought. So this was episode 198 of the Ish We Talk, and we will see you for episode 199. Bye.
Exactly.